Very well. Congratulations. You have completed the package of modification, your proposal of modification. Now, I want to cover another things. Specifically, I want to talk about the process of foreclosure. After that you have 3 months without paying, the banks will start a process of foreclosure. And you will know about this because they will send you an NOD, which is a letter from the bank, and they are telling you that you have 19 days of delay, and they are starting a process against you. Now, the next step is that you will receive a visit from an official or from someone hired from the court to notify you that they are starting a process of foreclosure against you. It is very important that you know that while you are doing the modification, this process of foreclosure will also continue. The idea is that we will finish the process of modification before this process of foreclosure will end. And that's why I want to explain you a little bit more. When you receive a package of foreclosure, what is called summons, from an official or from a company who's hired, when they give you this package, they are telling you that they are starting an action against you. You need to respond from a period of time, 20 days basically. This letter needs to be answered on that time. When? My best advice that I can give you is that you try to buy as much time as you can. Do not respond immediately. Wait 10-15 days, and then you answer, and you take this letter to the court and make sure that they are receiving this letter, and make sure you have also a copy stamped, and this is your proof that you really respond to this letter. Now, what are you going to respond and how you are going to do it? It is very simple. It's basically that you know that you are delayed in your payments. You need to explain also the circumstances of why you have this delay, and then you will explain that you are starting a process. You are aiming to get an agreement with the banks to keep your house, and for this reason you are asking to them to extend the time. Because you need the time, because you need this time for the bank, because you need to start the negotiations with the bank and get an agreement. This is what are you going to put in your letter of answer, and this is a sample of a letter. You need to respond this letter to Orange County, 420 Florence Avenue, Orlando, Florida, room 310. Then you need to send this letter to this address. You need to identify yourself. You need to put also the year, the last 2 digits, then the letter CA, which is all the cases of foreclosure, and then your number, and at the end the O, which is Orange County. And then you put the subject, answer to the package of foreclosure. And now that you have this, you need to introduce yourself, if you have residence or not, and basically that you really have a delay on your payments of mortgage. You need to explain the circumstances of these delays, and then you need to specify that you are starting a process with the bank to try to get an agreement and be able to keep your house. And then you finalize, because and then you finalize. Because I am in this process, I need to have an extension of time to be able to get an agreement with the bank, because they need time to check the agreements, and because you are in this process, you need to ask them that you need to have an extension of time as much as possible, because you need to get this agreement with the bank, because the bank need to check, to have negotiations and all the things that are needed to be able to keep your house. Once you've stated this, you need to deliver this to the court. You need to have a copy with the stamp, and the next step is that you deliver this answer by fax to the legal department of the bank, the lawyers, because they need to be informed that you respond to this notice. The reason that you respond is very important, because the lawyers can take an action against you, which is called motion by default, which is they can ask to the court to speed it up the process because you did not answer, you did not contact them, or you just didn't show up.